What is going on today, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am, and I will be having a better one once I figure out what the heck's going on with that guy over there. So, I managed to make a blunder, and I think I forgot to seal a portion of the back, which allowed water to enter into the headlight, causing condensation, which in turn caused the module, which is on the bottom, because I put it there, not the best spot, but caused the module, I think, to corrode and not act right. Low beams don't work at all. DLRs don't work at all. High beams flicker. Weird enough. But I've gone ahead, just disconnected it because I don't want them running more electricity and breaking more things until I can look at it. So let's check it out. Now the angel eyes, the eyebrows, whatever you want to call them, those are still working, but those are on a separate relay and a separate connection to the headlight. So without further ado, let's fix this junk and see if we can get this car back up and running and have two working headlights. That'd be great. Headlights are dirty, but headlights on, eyebrow, eyelash, whatever you call it. Eyebrow, eyelash on, condensation like crazy. No headlights. So I've got to take this out, figure out what's going on with it. Hopefully I didn't ruin this headlight because those are expensive. First thing we got to do, undo all the clips on the top up here to get the beauty shroud off. I don't even know what I call it, but this shroud off here. That's holding the top part of the center section of the radiator. Bumper area off. Those are off. Loosened up these 12s that hold the radiator on. That'll let me have some play in this. Now, I don't have an under tray, so that makes it easier. Into the wheel wells, both sides, and then this whole thing pops off. Pretty easy. Let that be a lesson to you. If you don't ever put the stuff back on, it makes it really easy to take the stuff back off when you need to. Front bumper disengaged. Now a couple 10mm bolts will remove the headlight from the housing. There we go. Headlights loose. Now let's take it out. Headlights not loose. Looks like I do have a couple leaks, whether that's just on the exterior or not. Don't quite know. Let's take this module off here and see if we fried it. Low-key kind of scared to flip this thing over because I don't want, if there is water, oh, almost knocked you over. If there is water, I don't want water going up into the lights. I have a new module, so I can replace the module. Don't have new lights. Can't replace the lights. So, that's where I wanted that. There we go. Ooh. I don't really hear anything. And the fear is that I pull this thing down, there's a bunch of water sitting on top of it. Oh. It's actually not that bad. What happened? Why are you doing these things? Smells kind of burnt though. I do have some corrosion kind of going on, but nothing really. I thought for sure I'd be seeing water in here. Let's undo this. See what this says. Doesn't come out. Well, shoot, I don't know what's going on with this. Maybe let's unplug the driver, see if this module with this headlight works, and let's see that. So, driver side, if we plug this module in, which is the original one, the one that's not working for the lack of a better term, we plug this into the driver side, which is known to work, right? Because the drivers, let's see if we can get this going. Drivers turns on, right? You can see it on my shirt. Drivers turns on. Okay, cool. Drivers is on. Plug this one in. Nothing. We got nothing on that one. So now we'll take this driver, which was bad, and the new one, which I just got, plug that one in, and hopefully, oh my gosh, we have lights. Let's go. That's so sick. Okay, so I have lights. Driver, down bad. Copy. But we have an option. We have options. We can do things with this. So, now, let's, we got to figure out how to fix this. Well, I've done a little bit of looking over this. I think I have a hole here. That's a pocket. But check this out. I think I also might have a problem with whatever this coating was, because that's not staying on there very well. Also, some weirdo went and forgot to actually fill this hole in. So I've got a hole for my wires that's slide in and out that I never filled in. Probably a big factor to why there's water in there. So now this is how the headlight sits in there, and I bet you that this little cubby right here is catching water and letting it go inside, which would go straight down to where that module would be. Yeah, I bet you that was part of my problem. I'm gonna give this a once over and clean things up. See what I can fill in, fix. So I wanted to open this thing up and see what the heck was going on with it, what actually happened, because then I can prepare a little bit better. I got some glue drying on that, so I had a second. Went to pry this open, and first of all, that's probably not a great sign. Obviously there's some moisture in there, and that's not a great sign, but it's not horrible. It looks like it might be fixable, as long as nothing's burnt. It does kind of have that burnt circuit board, so probably not, but it definitely was water coming in and sitting right here, so it'd be sitting like this. Dang. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Now we learned, and now it's time to adapt and overcome. Well, I've had this headlight now drying, hopefully, for, shoot, the better part of a week. I tore it out last weekend. It actually is a week, because now it's Sunday. It will. Yeah, pretty much week. Anyways, not the point. What I've been doing is I've had it in a little tote right here. This tote has all of the desiccant packets that I've saved from all of my 3D printing stuff. So I've done all that. I've got the desiccant that I've ordered and made for my 3D printer stuff. It's actually not that cheap. It's like 30 bucks for I think it's a gallon jug of it. So that's been amazing. it's been clean. Hopefully it's been dried out, but I've got, show you kind of what I got going on. So I've got a tote right here. This tote has a cable going to it that has, conveniently, not necessary, but I have a humidity meter and temperature sensor on the side of it. That's for 3D printing stuff. But I've gone ahead, put a seal around the hole outside to keep it sealed in, and had a little heater in here. The heater's been running on really low. It's auto temperature, so it'll stay at a certain temperature and then kicks a fan on. But all of my desiccant packets are stuck in here, and I think it's finally time to pull this thing out and try to see where it's leaking and fix it. Look at that. Looks like we got all the moisture out. That's cool. Except my lens is kind of messed up. Okay, let's try to find the leak on this guy and get it back to operation because I need to use the car. Look at that. Apparently I used some filament. So I've been sitting here trying to figure out a way to figure out how to find the leaks in the headlight the most efficient way and not make it harder for myself later on down the road. Because I could just spray water on it, but then I have water getting back in there and that defeats the purpose. So the thought was, okay, blow air, feel air coming out. Well, it's easier to create a vacuum and suck air in than try to keep something plugged to push air out by itself so I can have my hands free to kind of look at things. So I think I've got figured out like a decent way that'll work pretty good, just like I did with the exhaust, trying to find the exhaust leak on the Subaru. Get a vacuum, plug the hole, and then try to figure out where the hole actually is around the headlight. So this is what I've got. I've got my vacuum hooked up to the headlight where the LED driver goes into the headlight, plugged off with a microfiber, and I'm using a super scientific method of tissue paper that's very thin to drag it around and kind of find leaks. So you got to be careful because sometimes it like sticks to this rough surface and it kind of looks like a leak, but there's definitely some leaks around here, and I'll try to show you where they're at and how I kind of went about finding them. So this one's going to be the more prominent leak. I definitely have taken a minute to find a couple, but this one is very easy to show you guys and tell you because it's probably going to drown out with the noise of the vacuum. So take this, turn the vacuum on, and just follow around, and you'll see kind of where it likes to go to, and you'll figure out what sticks and what is actually air sucking in. So let's turn the vacuum on. Now I've got pressure in there, and if I get close to here, it kind of pulls the fabric, but if I get close to here, you can see it just suck in to the headlight right there. So it doesn't do it over here, and as soon as I get close, it sucks right in. So I definitely have a leak right there, but that's the underside, so I'm not too worried about that one. So now, process is pretty simple. Find a leak, fix a leak, repeat. We'll continue with that method, and then it will slowly just become more and more sealed as we go. Fix the bigger leaks, the smaller ones will kind of show up stronger because it will have less air being sucked in from other places. It'll make it more prominent. So start with the big one, easy one, and we'll go from there. Now we got it all painted, well, flex sealed. We're gonna let it dry. Hopefully that seals it up. It should have been good before that, but now we're just double making sure that it's sealed, because I do not want to do this again. Holy cow, what a multi-day process these silly headlights have been. But I think it's finally time. I got all the cure is done on the Flex Seal. I went ahead and on the LED modules themselves. Don't know if it's the best idea or not because it might be the vent, but we're going with it. I RTV'd a little bit of around that hole so it doesn't have the option to go in there anymore. It will still eventually pool up, but it'll take a lot longer to pool up. But we shouldn't have that problem. That shouldn't be a problem. I'm also going to throw a couple desiccant packets in there, glue them to the top side of this, so that will collect even more moisture in a tiny area, and hopefully it's all sealed, so they should last a very, very long time. If I need to, not the end of the world. We'll just pull the module back off and change out some desiccants. Shouldn't be the end of the world, but I got pretty good faith in this being what we needed to fix it. So now let's go ahead and finish putting this together and be done with it. Put it back on the car because it's sad and it needs to be driven. Just like any install, let's go ahead and make sure that things work before we get all the stuff put back together. So yeah, they still work. That is beyond dead. Let's go charge the thing. Headlights are hopefully fixed. Now the last thing we gotta go do is go drive this thing. I'm gonna get out of here. You enjoy your day. I'm gonna enjoy a leak-free day, and take it easy, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next episode. Take it easy, everyone. Peace. What happened? Why are you doing these things? Smells kind of burnt, though. That battery dead.